please, I want to beg you. As soon as you are starting to think that you want to jackpot away from Nigeria. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Wemimo and I'm also known as Start Mama 5 and also known as TMO5 Candle Co. If you're new to my channel, welcome, and if you're a returning subscriber, thank you for always coming back. So without wasting more time at all, I'm just going to dive straight into the video. I understand the excitement between when you realize that you've just been issued a visa, either a working visa or either a student visa or either a visiting visa. Please, I want to beg you, as soon as you are starting to think that you want to jackpot away from Nigeria, as soon as that thought entered into your heart, please, I want you to go and learn these important skills that are fetching extra money, that will be like a side income for you if eventually you are in an employed job. Because at some point, I did not even have the thought of, I didn't know I was going to come abroad anyway. And I remember then when I just finished secondary school, then before I was waiting to pass JAMB, my parents were asking me to go and learn how to sew, and I'm like, so become a tailor. If I knew that, I should have listened. And so I am here today to share with you 7 important skills I'm begging you to learn, to have before you plan on travel abroad. You don't necessarily, you might not necessarily be coming to UK, but yeah, as long as you are planning to leave Nigeria to go abroad, to fly above the sea, please, these skills are what I want you to acquire. So without wasting much of your time, let's dive into the skills. Skill number 1 is food catering. I believe knowing how to cook should come naturally. Yes, you agree. I agree with you. However, if you're planning on coming abroad, there are a lot of important things that goes into learning and cooking. It's not just the joy or the skills of cooking. It's how to cook delicious meal, how to make sure they are presentable, how to make sure that you are cooking in a neat environment, how to make sure that while you are cooking, you are putting in that professional style into it. Like, learn how to cook professionally. Like me now, my mama now cook, so cooking comes naturally for me. And I'm sure you've seen from most of my videos when I'm cooking that I chat with you that I batch cook. And if there's any occasion today, if I have the chance, I am ready to bugarish there, say yes, I am a cook on my own side, that I can cook. So in the UK alone, like I remember, was it 10 years ago, that was a long time ago, when I had my last daughter and I wanted to like cook for 50 people packed to go to church because I don't want to do a huge party. The caterer charged me £500 for 250 food. And this pack, the way they portion it into a bowl, is not the kind of food that you eat that you will full. 250 people, £500. That was 10 years ago. Now, if you're going to cook for 250 people here in Glasgow, if they don't charge you nothing less than £2,000, come and ask me. In fact, if they don't charge you more than £2,000, say that moment of 5, you're not saying the big deal. So learning how to cook in a professional way is best, because if you learn how to cook in the professional way, you can do all sort of like assorted meals that, you know, when you go to Nigerian parties now, and you know, when we Nigerians, when we do parties, we like to go out of the way. So that's skill number 1. I'm imploring you to make sure you acquire if you're planning to travel out of Nigeria to travel abroad. Okay, so skill number 2 is learning how to drive. See, if you learn how to drive in Nigeria, you can drive anywhere. So I am begging you, please learn how to drive in Nigeria. For me, I did not know how to drive when I left Nigeria, and it took me about 3 years in the process to learn how to drive here. And it's not really about there is no issue about learning how to drive in the UK, but it is very expensive. It is very, very expensive. It's been almost 6 years I've been driving now, and then when I do my lesson, a lesson costs £20 an hour. That was 5 years ago. I'm going to try and find the information of how much the cost of learning per hour is right now, and I'll pop them somewhere on the screen. So learning to drive in the UK is very, very expensive, and there's no guarantee that if you do your test the first time you pass. When I was booking my driving test 6 years ago, it was £65. And if I tell you how many times I have to sit my test before I pass, in fact, I'm not proud to share it on here. If you want to know, let me know. Let me know in the description box. I'll tell you how many times I have to sit my my driving lesson, my driving test before I passed it. It was so learning how to drive in the UK is very expensive. However, it will be very useful if you have this skill before you leave Nigeria, because you can take up driving jobs, like become a taxi driver. You can become a maybe food dispatcher. Like if you have your own smoker, you can just have to do like small business on the side. And do you know how much truck drivers, people that drive trailer, just like they drive trailer in Nigeria, do you know how much they pay them in the UK? They pay them more than nurses. If you think so, like, go and Google how much they are paying truck drivers. So learn how to drive is a very important and essential skill I would implore you to acquire before leaving Nigeria. Skill number 3 I want you to acquire is hair making, or learning how to barb. Yeah, hair making. I'm sure you guys have seen me moan several times here on how much it costs to make hair. I'm sure I'm gonna pop a video of the last hair that I had. It's like a cornrow to the back. It's like 10 cornrows to the back. They call it rice and beans cornrow, and it cost me £60. The hairdresser charged me £60 to make that hair, and the hair only lasted me for 5 weeks because it was starting to look really rough. So £60, multiply £60 by 5 if you have to do 5 people in a day. Can you tell me how much that is? Yeah. So learning how to make hair, learn how to braid, learn how to make wigs, learn how to fix wigs. These are essential skills. Even men can learn. It doesn't have to it's not necessarily women alone. Even men, you can learn to become an hairdresser. I've seen videos of Nigerian male who are now into hair now. Learn how to make hair. Oh, see this one on my head. See this hair? I made it on my head and it took me 7 hours. Yeah. This braid on my head, I did that on my head myself. And if you've got female children, I'm telling you, learning how to make hair or become a barber is an important skill you want to have, because even if you don't want to make other people's hair, if you've got female children, it is a must that you learn how to make hair, because you'll be saving yourself lots of money. Because if you have to take your kids maybe once a month to go and make their hair at an hairdressing salon, just figure out how much that will be every month, especially if you have multiple children, like if you have maybe 3-4 girls. So that's skill number 3. Skill number 4 I would implore you to learn before leaving Nigeria to travel abroad is being an handyman. Yeah, so handyman here in the UK are people we call onisho, who we call joiner, plumber, mechanic, like. And don't be surprised that there are some Nigerian men in this country who, like, when they buy furniture, for them to put it together is an issue. They will have to pay handymen. So those handymen are joiners who will come and help you set up your wardrobe. Because if you are buying furniture like wardrobes from IKEA, they don't come ready-made. They come flat packed in a box. So you'll have to either follow the manual to set up your wardrobe yourself, or you pay handymen. So these are joiner people who will come. And I remember when I bought my king size bed here, it came flat and the guy charged us £65 to connect, like to put up my king size bed. It's something I would have done, but when it comes to that kind of thing, I don't have the patience, I don't have the time. Even though there's manual, this guy did not even have to use the manual at all. It charges me £65. So you can imagine any side jobs like that. So have a skill, become a plumber, become a mechanic. You'll be making lots of money. So skill number 5 I will implore you to learn is become a tailor, or learn how to sew clothes. As in, they don't call them tailor anymore now, they call them fashion designer. So I remember then my parents were like, oh, Dupe, go learn how to make clothes. I was like, learn how to sew clothes. If I knew, I would have listened. There was a few of my outfit that I have, like Nigerian attire that I have, each of them cost at least £75 to make. That's even the cheapest. The most expensive I've paid to get my outfit sold, a Nigerian outfit sold, is £100. Yes, that is how much people are charging here in Glasgow as a tailor or as a fashion designer, whichever you want to call them. Each time you take a fabric to them for you. And you know what, when it comes to Owambe, you don't want to keep wearing the same outfit or different Owambe. You want to like come up with different design or different style when you attend these Owambe parties. And trust me, any city that you see in Nigerian or African, I bet you party will be happening there at some point at any time. So that's skill number 5 I want you to learn. Even if you're not making clothes for yourself, or even if you're not making clothes for outsider, but why would you want to learn such skill and not make money from it? Why? So you can even do like maybe little project of your own at home, maybe like stitching you children's uniforms. Me, I want to learn how to sew so I can stitch uniforms. I can't be buying uniform every now and then, so I want to learn how to sew so I can stitch uniforms and do basic things for myself at home. The number 6 skill I want you to learn is photography. Yes, photography is another skill that will set, like, will make you lots of money on the side. Last year, my Christmas picture, my family Christmas picture, the photographer charged me £250 to take us family Christmas picture. £250. Yeah. It doesn't come lower than that. As you all know, I sell scented candles. So I asked another photographer if they could come take the pictures of my product that I want it done in a professional way. This guy was giving me a quote of £500. He was like, I'm going to bring props. I'm like, don't bring props, just bring your camera. I've got light, just bring your camera. He said it's £500, and I was like, eh? So photography is another skill I would want you to learn it in a professional way, because people who are getting pregnant, they will do maternity photo shoot, birthday photo shoot, wedding photo shoot, 50th birthday photo shoot. You would not, like, is a skill that will make you money. You will never regret having such skill. And the last but not the least, number 7 skill I would want you to learn, it might be like an extra, babysitting. However, I don't know where you can learn how to babysit, but I think that should come naturally. Babysitting, yeah, babysitting should come naturally. So here in the UK, there are people who are willing to pay, because if you have to go to let's say you want to go to work 12-hour shift and you want to go and put that child in nursery, a day alone is about maybe 130 something pounds. But if you have a childminder in your street and you pay that childminder maybe £50, and your child will then half a day or the entire day, it's a good money. So you can become a babysitter, and in a way, before you leave wherever your country is, try and learn in terms of how to keep children occupied. Because if you have a child you are babysitting, you want to keep that child occupied and entertained. And also, I believe is a skill that comes naturally, but you can just go on to maybe take a part-time course or do some online courses that will give you skills on how to, like, observe children, keep them safe from harm and stuff like that. So these are the 7 basic and important skills I want you to acquire. I'm begging you to have before you jackpot from Nigeria. So if you have any of these skills already and you're already here in the UK, please let us talk in the comment section. How have you been doing? Have you been using it to make money? Have you been, like, cashing out with those skills? And how are you finding it? Do you think, oh, you just have that skill and people are not, knowing that you have that skill? Like, feel free to put yourself out there if you have any skills. So let's take it further in the comment section. And if you have enjoyed this video and you found it informative, please don't forget to like, drop a comment in the comment section, subscribe if you're here to subscribe, and turn on the bell to all, which will only notify you every time I bring Ogbonge videos like this to you. And don't forget to share as well, because you know what, there are lots of people that are coming abroad right now, and we are happy to happy to take them in. So don't forget to share this video, because you can never tell who you are helping. And I hope to catch up with you in my next video. And by the way, how did this air? Do you like it? How did I do? How did I do? Right, catch you later. Bye.